Hello everybody, in this video we'll learn some statistical vocabulary, about types of data and the process of statistics. Let's start with this question, what is statistics? I have answers from different sources, such as Google and Merriam-Webster. Google states that statistics is the practice or science of collecting and analyzing numerical data in large quantities, especially for the purpose of inferring proportions in a whole from those in a representative sample. Merriam-Webster states that statistics is a branch of mathematics dealing with the collection, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of masses of numerical data. I can summarize that statistics is the science of collecting, organizing, summarizing, and analyzing data to draw conclusions or answer questions. Statistics also provides a measure of confidence in any conclusion. Here there are two famous quotes related to statistics. Mark Twain said, "There are three kinds of lies, damn lies, and statistics." A Swedish mathematician and writer said, "It's easy to lie with statistics, but it's hard to tell the truth without them." I can conclude that statistics has its faults, but it is the necessary science helping us to understand collected data and to draw conclusions or answer questions. These are the first two terms you encounter in statistics: population and sample. What is the definition for population? Looking up the word population, the general definition is all the inhabitants of a particular town, area, or country. In sentences we say, the island has a population of about 78,000, a city with a large student population, or areas of sparse population. In statistics the definition is different. In statistics the definition of population is a finite or infinite collection of items under consideration. It is a collection of objects or people we want to answer a question about. A sample from a population is defined as a subset of the population. There are costs related to statistical studies. A large-scale study related to the idea that prayer reduces post-surgical complications incurred costs of approximately $2.4 million. This study was performed on a random sample from the population. If the study is performed on the entire population, then the study is called census. First census in U.S. was conducted in 1790. The U.S. conducts a census every 10 years to learn the demographic makeup of the population. The cost of the census in 2010 was approximately $5.4 billion. The census data comes from each U.S. resident filling out a questionnaire packet. The results of the census are used to distribute funds for governmental programs, plan for the construction of infrastructure, schools, roads, determine the number of representatives in the House of Representatives. Let's consider the population made of students attending Mission College. Variables are characteristics of individuals within a population. The height of a Mission College student is a numerical variable. It is a continuous variable because it is the result of a measurement. The number of pets of a Mission College student is a numerical variable. It is a discrete variable because it is the result of counting. The eye color of a Mission College student is a categorical variable. The gender of a Mission College student is also a categorical variable. As you see, there are two types of variables, numerical and categorical. Variables can be categorized as discrete or continuous. This is a bird's-eye view of the statistics you'll study this semester. Before anything else, you need to know the population to be studied. It is composed of all Mission College students. The goal is to estimate the mean height of Mission College students. Firstly, a random sample of 24 Mission College students was selected. The researcher used the survey question, "What is your height?" The answer to the survey question is a number, the result of a measurement. You can conclude that the data is numerical and continuous. Table 1 displays the raw data, collected from the sample. Descriptive statistics is the part of statistics that summarizes the raw data using graphs and tables. On this page, descriptive statistics was used to create a frequency histogram and a summary statistics table. Of the summary statistics table, you can get the sample mean, 66.13 inches. Inferential statistics is the part of statistics that provides the means to draw conclusions about a population, based on studying a random sample from the population. Inferential statistics formula was used to calculate a 95% confidence interval for the population mean. The conclusion of this study is that the mean height of all Mission College students is between 64.81 and 67.45 inches, with a 95% level of confidence. With statistics, we can estimate the proportion of Mission College students who like math. Out of the population made of Mission College students, a random sample of 42 students was selected. The researcher used the survey question, "Do you like math?" The answer to the survey question can be yes or no. Table 1 displays the raw data collected from the sample. The number of yeses is counted. The survey resulted in 25 yeses out of 42 answers. We can say that 25 out of 42 Mission College students like math, or 60% of the sample likes math. Inferential statistics is the part of statistics that provides the means to draw conclusions about a population, based on studying a random sample from the population. Inferential statistics formula was used to calculate a 95% confidence interval for the population proportion of Mission College students who like math. The conclusion of the study is that between 45% and 75% of Mission College students like math, with a 95% level of confidence. This is another bird's-eye view of the statistics you'll study this semester. Data can be organized using tables. A table, where each row is an object or person, and each column is a variable, is known as stacked data format. For example, in Table 1 each row is a student and each column is a variable related to the student, such as student's height, student's weight, student's eye color. A table, where each column is a group with one variable, and each row contains the variable values, is known as unstacked data format. For example, in Table 2 the first column houses female Mission College students and the second column is for male Mission College students. Each row contains the students' heights, one female student's height and one male student's height. Please pause the movie and read the experiment Cellular Phones and Brain Tumors, conducted to determine whether mobile phone use increases the risk of brain tumors. In this example, the explanatory or the treatment variable is the level of cell phone usage, not influenced by the researcher. The response variable is whether brain cancer developed, and it is measured by the researcher. An observational study measures the value of the response variable without attempting to influence the value of the explanatory variable. This study is an observational study, because the explanatory or the treatment value was not influenced by the researcher. Observational studies do not allow the researcher to claim causation, they imply only association. A lurking or confounding variable is an explanatory variable that was not considered in a study, but that affects the value of the response variable. There are various types of observational studies. Here you have some examples. Cross-sectional studies collect information over a short period of time. Case control studies collect past information. In a cohort study, the researcher creates the cohort, group of people to be studied. The cohort is observed over a long period of time. Some individuals will be exposed, not intentionally, to certain factors and others will not. Please pause the movie and read the experiment Cellular Phones and Brain Tumors, conducted to determine whether exposure to radio frequency radiations causes brain tumors in rats. In the study, the explanatory or the treatment variable is the type of radio frequency, digital or analog, which is influenced by the researcher. The response variable is whether brain tumors developed in rats and it is measured by the researcher. In a designed or controlled study, individuals in the study are assigned to different groups, and the value of the response variable is measured after influencing the value of the treatment variable. This study is a designed or controlled study because the explanatory or treatment value was influenced by the researcher. Designed or controlled studies allow the researcher to identify cause and effect relationships among the variables in the study. Designed or controlled studies allow the researcher to identify causality, not only association. Let's review some vocabulary. Treatment group is the group that receives the treatment. Control group is the group that does not receive the treatment or receives a placebo. Placebo effect is reacting to a treatment after being told you are receiving the treatment when, in fact, you are not. Double-blind experiment means that researchers do not know who is in the treatment group and subjects do not know what group they are in, treatment or control group. In statistics, the sample should be randomly chosen, and it should be representative for the population under research. In a random sample, each member of the population has the same chances of being selected. For a simple random sample, each sample of the same size has the same chances of being selected from the population under study. There are different sampling techniques, one of them being the systematic sampling. To put together a systematic sample, choose every nth element from that population, up to the desired sample size. Another sampling technique is the stratified sample. First, the population is divided in homogeneous subgroups. Then the researcher randomly selects elements out of each subgroup. The selected elements will make up the sample. For a cluster sample, the population is split in non-homogeneous subgroups called clusters. Then, the researcher randomly selects clusters. The selected clusters will make up the sample. A sample of convenience is a sample not chosen by a chance process.